Chapter 28. So why exactly is this guy here? I was pessimistic at the thought. Even Shizu-san, who vouched for this guy in front of me, was dubious about it. Meanwhile, this guy, Diablo, was grinning merrily, which is out of character for him. So, why are you here? I asked him. While the contents of their battle were unbeknownst to us, one thing is for sure. Shizu-san was able to beat Diablo. How though? I cannot even begin to see a sight of this guy losing to anyone. Oh, excuse me. I came here with Lady Shizu's vouch for serving the Kingdom of Tempest from now on. Please let me be your lowest humble servant. The question is whether all of it was true. As I look beside Shizu-san, she gave out a lot of exhausted sighs. She didn't even make eye contact and just closed her eyes in one corner. But, for now, I don't really need you though. Can you go home for now? At my comment, Diablo gave a big shiver. GG, go home. He muttered sorrowful. Too surprising on a demon of his ranking to cry. All of my subordinates are genuinely puzzled at Diablo, who reported in as well. They are probably with me to stay wary of this guy, but now with this display. Diablo can be described as weird more than dangerous. The ogres looked at each other in bewilderment. One who was most puzzled in the room was Shizu-san. Well, hey, Ranga, did Shizu-san really beat this high-ranking looking demon? I whispered to Ranga, who has a shadow connection with Shizu-san. I'm sorry my master, but their battle was orchestrated carefully. Even my connection with Lady Shizu was hindered because of an anti-magic area they cast while fighting. But I was able to witness some of it. Lady Shizu was certainly gaining an edge before I was cut off. I don't need this guy for now though. But, if he has the vouch of Shizu-san, I guess we can accept him. Even as a demon, I find my heart damaged. Rimuru-san, on top of Black's battle prowess, I guess he has some behind-the-scenes information that you need to hear. So, once again I'll vouch for him to be part of this kingdom. Shizu-san once again has taken Diablo's side. But what alarming is what she said, behind-the-scenes information. Hearing Shizu-san, the Black Devil let out a satisfied smirk. Kufufufu, my lord, that is indubitably veritable. The archdemon lurking in the forest to which your wisdom has reached was indubitably me. However, I can assure my lord that the nuisance that is antagonizing my lord Rimuru-sama was not me. Then I mean Black. Do you know anything? Yes, I'm afraid this individual successfully bypassed the Dryad's watch, but unfortunately for them, I was observing the forest at the time. I believe he is an individual noteworthy of my lord's watch. Certainly, Rimuru-sama can obliterate any enemy he faces, but this enemy can retaliate in my lord's kingdom instead. He is clad in white military attire, black hair, and I believe he came from the east. I believe even I would have a hard time dealing with him. It is unusual for Diablo to say he would have a hard time dealing with someone. Wait, that description, isn't that the Eastern Empire's first Lieutenant Kondo? Oh, as expected of Rimuru-sama. Certainly, your wisdom stretches far in this world. I still have more information. Would Rimuru-sama listen to it? Wait, no, not for now. I wanted to enjoy the festivities for a moment. You can enjoy the festivities as well, you are now part of our team. I am grateful, my lord. Then, as for your paycheck, I would like to name you. However, at the end of that sentence, multiple entities in the meeting room sprang in my front, hindering me from doing so. Especially, Shizu-san, who was completely opposed to the idea. Hold on, surely you cannot do that, or else. That's really the normal reaction. Can't blame her. Her voice's volume was lessening per word. You dare to degrade Rimuru-sama on deeming it is impossible for him to name a lowly demon. However, Black's gaze pierced right through her. Now it makes me more wonder whether Shizu-san was the real victor here. And nothing, Shizu-san bitterly muttered, but it was written on her face that she is already freaking out. Then you'll be Diablo. Serve as plentiful to live up to that name. He was more pleased with his name than with any ability I may confer. My magic essence was converted into the miasma, which wrapped a cocoon around Diablo's body. Balance naming was successful. I see. Now, all of my subordinates clenched their armaments as if preparing for a fight. Diablo, on the other hand, just changed into a sophisticated butler suit with no fuss. It was an enthralling transformation, and I could sense Diablo's successful evolution. Diablo, that is my name. From this day forth, you have my full devotion. Shizu-san just stared at the corner in awe. Diablo snickered back. Shuna, I would like you to show Diablo around the kingdom. We were going to have a festivity after all. As he is one of us, let's treat him with care. This way please. Shuna became Diablo's attendant. Shuna promptly left the room while Diablo is following suit behind. They each pay their respect by bowing before closing the door. Hollow diamond, hollow diamond, hollow diamond. After that, the festivity began. The aftermath of Charybdis' battle with the environment will be talked about later. While now, we have a great bounty at our hands. The ginormous body we unplucked became a massive source of meat and metal. Oh, this is pretty hard but pretty light at the same time. The dwarfs had already begun to revel. Kaijin and Kurobi are true metalworking fanatics. We've placed these enormous meats in the central plaza. As for the forged Charybdis steak, we made certain that it was chopped into parts in order to fit it into the central plaza. Once again, our increasingly sophisticated cooks cooked as the troops sat in every corner of the square. The city of Rimuru once gains its peace. Of course, nothing beats a hot onsen after a long, exhausting day at work. In the bath were me, Shuna, Shion, and Milam who swam around the spring. Still no Shizu-san, I am in no luck. Oh that's right, I am thankful Milam, you are a big help. No problem, feel free to thank me more. I could say, you held back plentifully yourself, you are amazing. If Rimuru becomes a demon lord now I won't oppose. Demon lord, you know I will be not now but pretty soon. I don't have the reason to join the 10 great demon lords yet. I guess that is right. I'm just gonna wait for your seat and I'll support it as pronto as possible. Okay. Oh right, now that it reminds me, when I went to Clayman's office he was talking with someone in a communication crystal with a man with a white suit like the demon back there described. Clayman, Shion beside me questioned. He is a fellow demon lord, he likes to scheme and stuff. Wait, but Milam, do you think Clayman has that text to power up that Charybdis so much? I decided to butt in. Well, she thinks through my logical question, but white steam vented out of Milam's skull. As if her head overheated because of thinking. See, Clayman is a demon lord but not a really influential one. I don't get how he can acquire engineers accomplishing such feat. But, I swear. Wait, but why does Rimuru-sama know this personage? Out of nowhere, Shion blunted out. As if she is becoming perceptive as the day passed by. Well, Clayman is a demon lord who's not amicable even for humans. But what Milam said was Kondo. Kondo is strong enough for even the current Diablo to declare defeat. I looked at my imaginary space and there where I sneaked in the artifact imbued on that Charybdis body. It is complex that even our great seal sensei couldn't do her usual split-second analysis. It takes time for this one. But I was bothered by what Milam said next. Clayman is one thing, but I sensed guys demons roaming free in this city. What? That's my involuntary reaction. Rain-chan is buying things camouflaged as a human just on the other day. She continued to swim around as she blabbered her mouth. Guy, he is up to no fun nowadays. He is usually just down to the business. But I can see Guy enjoying Tempest's food. I can see that too. However, we cannot move carefreely when the strongest demon lord is conducting espionage against us. Tempest's current state is no good. While I can handle Guy, and Diablo can handle one of the maids, my subordinates currently cannot beat even one of Guy's top lackeys. If it comes down to fighting, I am sure we would lose. It would be great if Guy would want to settle things personally, then I would gladly take him on. That though, I am only considering it. In a worst-case scenario we must avoid war against them at any cost. Hey Milam, do you think Guy will attack us? I don't have a heck of an idea. I sigh in disappointment. Well then, now I am going to my work. Surprised at her sudden declaration, Shion was the one who questioned Milam's words. By work you mean, meeting with other demon lords? Milam nodded. Don't worry, I'll tell them to not mess with this place. Then I'll convince others for Rimuru's seat, she said while materializing her clothing. Please do that. Oh, don't let other demon lords trick you. You worry too much. I am too smart, they can't trick me. Wah ha 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 ha. After that exchange, the demon lord, who was basically a walking nuclear bomb, left the Jura forest. Hollow diamond, hollow diamond, hollow diamond. Progenitor demons are paramount to the demon race. They are the original demons, the oldest, and the absolute authorities in their hierarchy. Yet, here you go, Lord Rimuru. Blah Air Diablo stated cheerily while pouring a tea to Rimuru-san. Oh thanks, Diablo. Then the other person treated this as a usual routine in the morning. A progenitor demon has been named, yet only tasked to pour some tea. More surprising is how satisfied the questioned demon is with such a task. His smile is brimming with brilliance. Don't tell me I gotta get accustomed to this norm, this guy, Diablo, pouring us tea on a daily basis. You can't just summon a powerful demon and make him your errand guy. Noticing the skepticism that is written all over my face, Rimuru-san consulted me. Is there something wrong, Shizu-san? Oh, it's nothing. Diablo, pour Shizu-san a tea please. Understood. He willy-nilly walks toward me and pours my cup. He smiled afterward, but it only made things weird. The hostility I was expecting was nowhere to be found now. Now then, Shizu-san, do you know why all of you are summoned? My honest thoughts are I don't have an idea, however, I think it is about time. For some reason, we were waiting for Dworgen's invitation, but there is none bearing our mailboxes. As if, Dworgen is too fastened at the moment. I am going to Ingrasha Kingdom to save the children, so I would like all of you to perform your best jobs in protecting this kingdom in my absence. I simply sip my tea as I listen to this, but the executives seem to be troubled at this. Wait, Lord Rimuru, that is too unsafe. Are you saying you are going there alone? Then, the Great Jura Alliance which is just established, I fear will crumble if anything happens to Lord Rimuru. Hikuro-san raises that one. Shion and the other Kijins simultaneously nodded their agreement on that concern. Don't worry, I won't be careless. Besides, this may be the first step towards coexistence with humans, right? Only I can go there undetected using my human form. Quote. Don't worry, I'll be going with my master. If anything happens, I will take responsibility for master's safety. Ranga declared with a huge nod. Then, we wish you a safe trip. All of us affirmed in the room. It's not like we are not protective of him, but we need to put our trust in our friends. Rimuru-san and Ranga are highly capable themselves, and there is no use in further complaining. Thanks, everyone. Now then. Diablo, please. As Rimuru-san muttered, Diablo, who's behind him, stepped forward. Understood. Now I will convey Lord Rimuru's requested wisdom. In regards to the human nation who dared and the human who tampered that monster Charybdis with a powerful amplifying crystal. The devil, who has observed the majority of the behind-the-scenes action, then began detailing what we don't know. Pharmus Kingdom has begun to move. I was not exactly expecting it to be early in this day. But are you sure? I have no doubts. Rainier, that guy was a secret personal knight of royalty, Edward from Pharmus. Edward, not King Edmaris. Yes, I was summoned precisely in the underground basement of Pharmus Kingdom's castle. Rainier is only using the name of the Western Council to conceal Pharmus from their disreputable operations. We were listening to their conversation attentively, not missing a single point. But I was in fact deceived. Rimuru-san put his fingers on his chin and starts thinking. Hey, I know it is predestined for Pharmus Kingdom to attack, but how about that guy, Kondo? Oh, did Rimuru-sama mean that guy with a white military attire? Actually, we did a little skirmish and the results are very disappointing. I lost half of my magical reserves and still, it was a stalemate between us. You mean, you couldn't win? It's very disappointing, my lord, but yes. No need to be disappointed with yourself. Kondo-kun is basically on top of the Eastern Empire military echelons. So, with that said, do you think Kondo is the one who imbued that amplification artifact on the Charybdis? Yes, I saw it with my own eyes. However, I do not believe that even a human of that caliber could have produced such an exceptional item. If I may express my opinion, I believe that person was merely manipulated by another. What makes you think that? It is a random intuition, but with stint, I think my lord Rimuru-sama would be capable to comprehend it with your supreme wisdom. Diablo had looked directly into Rimuru-san's eyes with expectations. Hollow diamond, hollow diamond, hollow diamond. I think with Rimuru-sama's supreme wisdom it is possible to comprehend it. Diablo's words reverberated in my head. Master, the artifact was successfully analyzed. Would you like to hear it? Yes, please. The device placed in Charybdis' body was such a complicated piece of technology that this world and even Master's prior timeline couldn't compete. It had a tremendous magic essence, yet it wasn't just a brute force. It was a complicated and well-organized device, powered by the energy of the void. My eyes stretched upward hearing her analysis. Seal-sensei wouldn't spew nonsense. Seal-sensei is positive that it didn't come from this timeline. Then, is that insect person on the move again? Lord Rimuru, is something bugging you? Shuna and Shion simultaneously consulted me with a tense look. Oh, it's nothing, I'm just thinking something. Then shall we proceed? Gopta, did you already call those guys over? Yes, SSU. The questioned personage entered the room with a bam of the door. The three of them entered with such a victorious pose. Don't worry everyone, Tilda, we will. The three of us will deliver Rimuru-san to Ingrasha safe and sound. Kaval, Ellen, and Gildo declared in the meeting room. I smiled and said, then I'll be in your care. However, Then should I come too? Not that I am bragging, but I have a lot of authority in Ingrasha. Shizu-san stands up and suggested. I just realized that, but I think for now Shizu-san must stay in Tempest for precaution reasons. Precaution reasons? Yes, I don't know what force Pharmas will exhibit this time, but I need you to lead this place in my absence. You are the queen of this place after all. You are still into that. Well, I guess we cannot afford to be careless. But let me warn you about something. Warn about something. As I repeated her words, she sauntered toward me and holds both of my shoulders firmly. Please stay always on your guard traveling with these three. Unless you want to die, that is. She has forewarned me with her dark eyes. I saw a big abyss in her eyes for a split second. Her eyes emit no light. Okay. Later that day, I adjourned the meeting with a huge crowd of monsters sending me off with a farewell in the city streets. But now, it is time to meet the children. It's been so long. In my age, Kenya, Alice, Ryota, Gail, and Chloe were already in their 20s. But now I am seeing them in their young forms again. It can't be helped when my heart was racing to see them. The first stop was the Bloomin' Kingdom. To be continued.